Welcome to the Big and Small Podcast, coming to you from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Just a couple of guys drinking some beers, having some chow, and talking all things sports.
All right, boys. So it's been a while. Big and small. I don't think we've been together officially as a threesome since the draft, which that episode is still in the can. Dougie. might want to dust it off next year before the draft.
Exactly. We'll revisit it.
Yeah, but hopefully we can get this one going, sooner than later, right? Like the long weekend coming up, so that'd be good.
It is a long weekend.
It's good to get together with you guys. It's been a while. Looking forward to talking some local sports because we got a lot going on, a lot on the thing. Ricky.
Yeah, hey, great to see everybody. It's been a while. I get my lunatic dog here. He's driving me bananas as usual.
Well, he can't go outside at all in this friggin' weather, so.
And that's the problem. So he's killing me with that. And he's just a pain in the ass. But anyway, great to see everybody jumping on the show in a while. Looking back.
Sorry.
Looking forward to we'll get that goal as soon as the weather gets better. I'm ready.
I was talking about your Endicott shirt.
Oh, yeah, the Gulls got to go up there Saturday. Super Regionals at Endicott. They won the regional last weekend. They're in the Super Regional again at Endicott. It's best of 3 against Claremont out of California.
Oh, wow.
I was kidding around with James because I was like, the California kids must be psyched rolling into this weather.
Yeah, right.
And so they play them tomorrow, game 1. Game 2, Saturday at 11. And it's a best of 3. So...
Would they cross paths with Salve Regina at all?
It would have to be now in the World Series.
Yeah.
Okay, because I saw Cody put out a story since obviously he covers them. They're on like a 20-game win streak or something.
Yeah, I think they're in a Super Regional as well this weekend.
Yeah, down in Jersey.
Yeah, but they're playing another Rhode Island team, but in Jersey, I think, right?
No, I think it's a Jersey team.
Oh, please. Go on.
But yeah, I saw I saw Cody's thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cool. It wouldn't be in Jersey if it's another Rhode Island team. It's the highest seed host. That's why Claremont's coming all the way to Endicott.
Yeah, I remember the name of the team, but I forget.
And then Boston College is still alive down in the ACC.
Yeah?
Yeah. Won last night. They beat Virginia. So very exciting. This could be it. If they can get through this, it'll be their third straight trip to the College World Series, which is it's been an absolutely unprecedented run in his career there. Maybe only some of my BB&N teams over the years had runs like this, but it's unparalleled. You're talking so in the last 3 years alone, there's something like 120 wins and like 16. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
No, will they do a doubleheader? Will they do a doubleheader Saturday?
They haven't lost a game at home in something like 65 games. I mean, it's mind-numbing. So, no, it's a best of 3. So what happens is game 1's tomorrow. Then after that, there's a game at 11 on Saturday. The whole thing can be over if somebody wins the first 2. If not, then they play again at 3 o'clock on Saturday for the deciding game.
Oh, so it would be a doubleheader on Saturday.
If needed.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. Which flows in for me. So I'm hoping it's over so I can get back, because if not, it'll be a very, very long day. And Stevie Rich's concerts at the Pilgrim Stand Saturday night. So hoping to get to that in time. But if they play game 2, no chance.
Salve Regina will be playing Keene College. Kean.
Yeah.
Out of Union, New Jersey.
Yeah. Usually some good ball down there. Some crazy teams out there. Yeah, they beat in the regional team from Texas. They beat them twice, knocked them out. So Endicott won 3 straight, but they beat Bridgewater. Then they had the Concordia from Texas was in town. They beat them. Concordia was in the losers bracket. They won 2 in a row, knocked out Oswego, and then they had to go play Endicott again, and Endicott beat them again. So
Talk about how much home field advantage goes into those games.
yeah,
Playing an absolute
but this was different,
going from
though.
like 90 degrees Texas weather to this shithole.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was last weekend was nice weather.
Yeah.
It was fine. But the difference was it really wasn't home field because Endicott gets stiffed every year because the regional is the weekend of school graduation. So none of the guys go to graduation, and they won't let them use their own field. So it was actually hosted by Bridgewater State. So it was, so it really didn't work too much, except it wasn't a far ride, but they still got a hotel and everything for Endicott. Not like this weekend, much better. It's your home field. You're there,
Yeah.
you're in your dorm and all that. But anyway, so I'll keep you posted. We'll see what happens. Hopefully,
Yeah,
it's a
best
Celtics
of
Saturday
luck
night.
to Jungle, but let's go to the guys who are
Thanks to our
getting.
millions of viewers.
Oh yes. But let's take it to the guys who are getting paid millions of dollars to
Millions.
not play good baseball.
Yeah, they're bad. Red Sox.
I am interested, like Coach you and I were talking. And Rick, I'm interested to get your take on this team.
I think I gotta say in general that I called it early, as you guys know.
Forever 500, obviously.
But I think talk radio on a whole is on this one pretty good. A lot of times I totally disagree with their takes, especially with baseball, because certain guys don't know really much about the game. But I would say that, yeah, I think there's a lack of sense of urgency. I think there's limited, if any, accountability. I think they're dwelling in minutia around Devers not going to first base. I mean, that's what the media's got to end that stupid talk. And they're just a mediocre team. They're a mediocre team when you really look at it. Pete, they keep saying they're more talented. They're not. You got no shortstop who can hit. I told you have no right-handed hitters, basically. Except for Bregman. Bregman's been okay, which I figured that in the first place. Wasn't as big a signing as everybody thought. You have no first baseman. I like the backup catcher, pretty good. I think
They just signed one today.
did they? Yeah, yeah.
First
But
base, yeah.
Ryan Noda for cash from the Angels.
yeah, he's a nothing. He's a nobody. And then you're looking at you got your core guys. So they are what they are. Thank God the league stinks, and they're still in it. It's the forever 500 club. What are they going to do at the trade deadline? Are they going to bring up? Are they going to bring up the kids?
What do you
That
think?
to me, that's what I'd be doing. I don't
What do
care.
you think of Cora?
I think what I said. I think core of the bottom line is it's the there's no accountability and there's no urgency.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
And he's another freaking analytics guy that it drives me crazy. And boy, was that proven last night with the Knicks losing to Indiana. But we'll get into that.
yeah.
But I mean, what do you guys think? What do you think?
I totally agree on all points. Like I think the first base issue is a non-issue with Devers. I mean, you moved him out of third base. He was out of sorts for a while. He's figured it out. He's tearing the cover off of it. Leave him alone. Let him be DH. And work with somebody to become a first baseman. They're working out. What's his name? Yeah, they were working with him. I mean, I don't know if that's an answer or not, but I guess Sogad's doing a pretty good job over there. I mean, you can figure it out. And then, like you said, at the trade deadline, you find a first baseman. I mean, they're out there. It's not like, you're asking for a star shortstop. It's a first baseman. It's a guy that's going to hit 320 home runs, 80 RBIs. You go find that guy, and you're all set. Although, would you trade Devers straight up for Freddie Freeman?
No.
I don't know.
Why? Just because Freddie Freeman has experience playing first base?
Yeah, he's a good bat.
I don't know if I don't know. I think that's a sort of
Freddie
it
Freeman's
is what it
also
is.
like 32, 33, maybe older.
And then who's going to DH?
Matza.
Huh?
Matza. He hasn't
Yeah,
been
well,
around.
whenever he can freaking hit, and can he hit freaking lefties? I mean, come on. I mean, full time DH needs to be a dude. I mean,
Yeah, I
you
know. You're right.
decided to go in that direction, and hey, he can do it. The whole issue was he going to drift, wander, not be engaged as engaged? It's hard. It's a different skill set to not be in the field and all that stuff. And
Right.
he's embraced it. And if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know you've got
Yes.
you've got one of the best DHs, if not the best DH in the sport
Right.
for a
No, I
long
agree.
time, there's
No,
nothing
I'm
wrong
only
with
kidding.
that.
I get a feeling that Ortiz got in his ear a little bit. It's like, hey, man, all you got to do is hit, and you're going to be a hero. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's probably what happened. But
But
yeah,
I also think the bullpen. My biggest problem is beyond Cora, is who he's consistently picked as his coaching staff.
yeah,
Bailey's a stiff. All
yes.
the pitchers always get hurt. They get pitchers hurt coming out of spring training. I don't know who the hell's doing what with them. It's embarrassing. I've never seen anything like it. And the hitting coaches are an absolute disgrace. And I don't know what's going on with that. They're with that stupid group who's a bunch of frauds. You have to try to strike out as much as they do. You have to try. I mean, it is pathetic. And it's not like you've got a bunch of gorillas. Give me the Bash Brothers and all that. And I'll live with that. Raphael, you've got half of them can't even hit a home run.
Yeah.
So you're like, all you do is strike out. I mean, change your mentality, change your focus. We got to put the ball in play. We got to spread out a little bit. And no, we're going to have Rafaela keep swinging from his ass and make an ass of himself,
They
basically.
got Campbell doing that too.
Huh?
Campbell swinging out of his ass too.
Right now, total 100%. If I was doing the lineup right now, I'd put Campbell would stay at first. I'd bring up Myers. He'd go to short. Story would go to second, and then I'd end up putting Raphael is gone, and I'd put what's his name, the big kid who's ripping it up, Dougie, in center field.
Oh, a kid in
Duran?
down in, yeah. No, the kid down Anthony.
Anthony. He goes right to center field. Or you put Duran back in center field and put Anthony in left. That's what I'd do right now. I mean, but they're not going to. They're going to go with this and try and pitch some guys, see what happens at the deadline, bring up some guys late.
I was looking through some Instagram stuff. Like, I just flipped through some stuff like that. And it was an old clip. It had Wade Boggs. It was at bat, right? And it was like later in the season, whatever. He had seen over almost 3,000 pitches, right? He only had, at that point, 16 swing and misses out of almost 3,000 pitches. That's like unheard of insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's when baseball was a totally, totally different sport. You had those guys. That was their role. I mean, Pete Rose, he wasn't a power home run hitter. He could blow it out once in a while. But you want those guys? You want these jerks that swing and miss all the time. Can't hit run. Don't know. There's no. It's just become a very, very bad product, except for the superstar to watch, except for that when that is that good pitch and duel. But the strategy within the game is gone. It's not what it once was. That's for sure.
That was the beauty of the game.
100%.
That was the beauty of the game. I mean, it was just such a better game. Like, you had starting pitches where their mindset every single game was, I'm going to pitch 9 innings tonight. Like, they went in going, I'm pitching 9.
Yeah.
Like, that game was awesome. That was a beautiful game back in the day. You had guys going the other way. You had, God forbid, a bunt. You had people moving. Like, you get a guy on second base with less than 2 outs, and you don't move him over to third, you bench. I mean, that was baseball.
100%.
Or at least not necessarily land on the bump. I mean, look for something on the outside, have to play, push it to the other side of the infield, just basic baseball. And it's like, we know that. So, like, what is Cora doing?
It's just not part of.
And
It's very
obviously, I know
rarely
it's
part of
different. I mean,
baseball.
you're dealing with these guys who are making tens of millions and millions of dollars, and it's like I know that the premise is different from coaching Plymouth North, but I mean, it shouldn't be.
The it's the equivalent of throwing up all the threes in basketball. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I agree.
But I mean, I do like what Devers is doing. I do like Chapman.
Oh, that guy's a specimen.
Just
He
a
just
hundred,
gets out
just a
there and he's
hundred,
like,
just 103. Here
I'm gonna
it
throw it
comes.
102 miles an hour and nothing you can do about it.
That's it. I mean, Crochet's a dude. I like Crochet. They score, and I think Rick can attest this. They score in bunches. You'll score either 0 runs or 12 runs. There's no real in between.
And none if the weather's below 50 degrees. They're not allowed to hit the ball.
Which is weird of a New England team.
It's soft.
But
I mean, like I said, I think you got some bright spots. Like I said, you got Crochet, you got Chapman. I do like Bregman. I do like Devers. Navarez. I like the Navarez kid.
Yeah, Duran's a good player. Yeah, the catch is good.
I like
think he's better
Navarez.
than,
You like Navarez, Rick?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's better than what's his name?
I do too.
Connor.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. He whips it around the infield pretty good. I like it. He's making contact. He's a good player.
Yeah, but I also think like Rick said, it's like it's a good thing the league stinks, and I think that's like I kind of hate the argument because a lot of people make it with the Patriots.
Yeah.
It just masks like, oh, the whole league stinks. So if you could just stink a little bit less, you'll get into the playoffs and then get your doors blown off. But at least you make
No,
the
see,
playoffs.
that's why I disagree with you because I think baseball is a completely different sport in the playoffs. You go from 5 to 3 starters. Your last 2 starters go in the bullpen. Completely changes the whole picture of the whole thing. It's a completely different game. And in that game, in the playoffs, you are moving guys over. You are playing for that one run. You know what I mean? It's just a different game. So if you do get there, you get a chance.
So off topic, not really off topic, but like I didn't like how sports media was giving Cora shit for missing the game.
No, terrible.
To go to his daughter's graduation from where'd you go, BC?
Yeah. But it wasn't sport, it was Felger. It was that whole crew.
Yeah,
Losing.
giving him shit because it's his daughter because his daughter's graduating from. Did you hear this, Rick?
I did, but what I'd say out of it is that the point was he didn't miss the game because of her graduation. He missed the game because of the graduation party.
Yeah.
That was the discussion point. If you want to say, all right, we think it's fine, you missed the game because of your daughter's graduation party, great. Don't say you're missing the game because of the graduation, because he could have done both in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
But
and he came back and said he's like,
Felger's
like this is my life, like that's work. I was like, hey,
Yeah, but I mean, Felger's point was you had a chance, to show your leadership and this. I'm like, yeah, no. If you said to your team, listen, I'm taking the day, I'm going to be with my daughter. It's her graduation. See you tomorrow. Then I have no problem with that. I mean, I get what you're saying, Rick. If you're going to say I'm missing because of the graduation and the graduation's in the morning, that's bullshit. But if you're saying, look, I'm taking the day to be with my daughter and my family, end of story. That's the way I look at it.
And it wasn't like it was sprung. I mean, I'm sure he had this date circled on the calendar. It was like, listen,
Yeah.
she's graduating this day. I'm out of here.
Well, the funny thing is he got rung up the next day in the 3rd inning, and they went 2-0. So,
All right.
No,
so,
but I
go
I
ahead.
still kind of I agree to disagree. Like I think that the point is if it was officially she was walking at 6 p.m., no doubt.
Mhm.
You can have a graduation party any other day. I've never had a graduation. I didn't have Grace's and James's won't be the day of his. I couldn't even be at James's graduation because he's playing in the regional.
right.
So, let's not turn to this holy day. It's different you having a kid, something like that. Okay. Maybe the argument could be if he had a ton of family coming in for it and, that's in town, they're only going to be here for one day or whatever. I get that. But find an off day, whatever. I really don't care if he's there anyway, because I think he's a stiff. So the point is it doesn't matter. But the fact is, I don't think it should just be a hall pass that he couldn't have managed both, is what I'm saying.
No, I
But
gotcha.
I really don't have any hard feelings for it. I wouldn't like fire the guy over it. But I'll tell you one thing: you want to give me that salary, and I get a, and I can go to my daughter's graduation in my hometown. If it was in Anchorage, maybe different. But if I can do it in my own town and be back to coach a baseball game, I'll be at the freaking baseball game. Guarantee you that.
All right.
Give me a tenth of it, and I'll be doing that. They're just
Uh,
so, that's a problem with all pro sports. Privileged, privileged,
Jesus.
privileged. And 90% of them are overrated stiffs.
I didn't know he was making that much. He's making $7 million a year.
Yeah, you think?
Interesting.
I can miss the graduation party. I'll get out of the game and I'll go back.
I'll buy you a new graduation fucking
Yeah.
party.
We'll go to a quick, nice brunch and go on.
All right, so let's take it to the ice, Rick.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna take it to the ice.
Don't get me started with that thing. I was already texting you at like 12 o'clock the other night, bugging you.
But
eight Bruins in the playoffs. Three of them on
but I mean
Florida.
the NHL playoffs have been a great product
Yeah,
altogether. You have 8 ex-Bruins currently playing in the playoffs
that's because Sweeney knows how to pick them.
and contributing to their teams.
Yeah,
And then subsequently the Bruins extended Sweeney. So what do you think? Does Sweeney have like severe blackmail, like naked pictures or something going on that he's just still around?
It's gotta be. Gotta be.
well, it's got to be the culture. It's got to be the culture because obviously he's picking the right talent. Obviously he's picking the right coaches because they go on and they're successful in other places. You know what I mean? So it's got to be the culture, right? And it's all it can be. So where's that culture come from? It doesn't come from the GM. You know, is it Neely?
I don't know, but I mean, who do you have left for like the players that like who do you got like left like Pasta and McAvoy that's really left from like the culture?
No, but the difference is what the Bruins have and was proven. Paolo, stiff in the playoffs, stunk. Draft pick. Coyle, big sign, trade signing. Playoffs, stunk. I just use the example of Nosek, Marchand, and
Rhea?
Greer. Nosek and Greer are just, they're fourth line guys.
Yeah.
So if you're the fourth line guy and you're tough and you're physical on a team with the talent they have, you're fine. It's like I was listening to Maserati talk the other day about, Marchand. Marchand's been ridiculously good. And he said, well, it's because his matchups are only against the third line. No, the second power play, sometimes first, penalty kill, and always second. They don't even watch the games and they comment. The bottom line, yes, he's playing third line. That third line would be the Bruins' first line right now. Not even up for debate.
Yeah.
They're just talented. And they've made it that way too. Because you could right now, I'll tell you right now, Marchand's been, like I said, I want to call, but I can't do it. Marchand's been better than Kachuk in the playoffs. Not even a question.
Yeah, that's a way better.
But that's what they do. And they have that depth. They're three deep centers, couple ridiculous playoff Bob's back. You've got, it's just not even close. It's all the GM. However, that guy still has a job is completely disgraceful after how this all panned out. Disgraceful.
You got 2 more years.
Yeah, 2. But I agree with the guys on Talk Radio that the 2 years is even a joke because now what coach really wants to come? You got a lame duck general manager? I mean, someone's going to take the job. It's the Bruins. But, it's going to be Laviolette or somebody. I mean, come on.
I hope they get I'd like to see him go after
You said you wanted to coach from Denver, right?
coach from Denver or even Pandolfo would be good. Local guy. I'd like to see him get some new blood in there. I don't want to see a retread. I don't want to see a retread.
I agree. But they're going to regurgitate something. They're not going to go there into the interview. But the bottom line is what the Bruins have developed out of their young talent And that's the same as the Red Sox. Look at the Red Sox starting pitching. Who has gotten better out of these studs? Hulk's embarrassing. He's on like mental leave. He must be in a
Yeah.
psych ward somewhere
Yeah.
right now. Bello
He's
is
on
nothing.
suicide watch.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Whitlock is completely digressed. Not one guy. All the guys on their pitching staff that's doing anything in general are guys who are free agents or they brought in. No internal development. None on the pitching staff. Look at the Bruins. What guys on that team besides this past year, Pasternak and Marchand, turned it with a stud hockey players. Maybe Coyle. I mean, McAvoy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say maybe.
Who's way overrated, but I would, he's definitely a top 4 defenseman. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Frederick took steps back. You can go up and down the list. All these guys have talked about the HL. You cannot miss on this many guys. The only way you miss on this many guys is you don't know what you're doing and you need to be fired.
I agree. Not going to get any argument here.
I think the whole region agrees with that, and everyone was shocked when they re-signed him.
My most encouraging team in all of Boston is the New England Patriots right now.
Unfortunately,
Seriously.
right?
I have more excitement about them, what's going on there organizationally, who's in charge, what they get going, what they've done for talent. Love it. I mean, what are the Celtics? I mean, we could probably go into the Celtics. I don't know, whatever you want to go.
We got to talk about the Celtics. I mean, big news today is they got a new $1 billion investor. Did you see that? Some guy that owns a steel company bought in for $1 billion. I think a move like that. I think a couple things.
So hold on, real quick before you go there. Who do you like to win the cup?
I like Edmonton.
Me personally, I'm hoping it's Florida, big time. Big game tonight's coming on in about 5 minutes. I'm psyched. And then, but I think the best team in hockey right now is the Dallas Stars. Wow. They've got the best goalie. What they did last night in that Edmonton game, I know you guys didn't watch it, but they were losing 3-1 going into the third, and they freaking put up 3 in the first 10 minutes and just put them away. I think it ended up being 6-2. They are deep, they're physical, they're good, and Ottinger is a complete stud.
They can score.
They do a lot of good things.
You got like Tyler Sagan playing right now.
I know. Imagine that. We traded him. That was a good move because he was banging someone's wife or something. Please, tough break. Move on. This is a business.
Same with Udoka.
You were set with 3 centers up the middle for the next 5 years. You would have won at least 2 more cups. Brutal. Yep. I can't. That's
brutal.
I'm so sick that I haven't been able to watch playoff hockey with the Bruins. And then the Celtics pull their shenanigans. Oh.
Well, everybody was hurt. Brown had a torn meniscus, I guess.
No, they don't play.
Partially torn meniscus.
It's always a story. Freaking, what's his name? Porzingis has the sniffles. I don't know what he's going through. You've got Brown with something. Come on. Didn't affect the fact the coach was pathetic. White couldn't even remotely cover Brunson. His play, his lack of, you can't blow. You have to try to do what they did in that series.
Twice. Yeah, no, but the thing is like what I see going on right now. I see them cutting salary. I wouldn't be surprised to see Brown get traded. They got a new owner in, new investor in. So, I mean, tell me that guy's not putting $1 billion in unless they're saying we're building a stadium somewhere. I mean, this new owner is like, all right, there's no chance in hell I'm going to pay $500 million in luxury tax for a team that's mediocre. So no, we're gonna cut salary. We're gonna let Tatum get better. We're gonna have Brad Stevens build a roster again, and in the next 2 years, you're gonna see they're gonna have plans to build a new stadium. That's my prediction. Somewhere, you know what I mean? Because it's time for it. It's time to do it. I mean, the whole Wick Grossbeck thing, like they ran their thing. It was a great run. They had a couple championships out of it, and if you look at the Celtics roster now, Al's way too old. Holiday's way too old. He's hurt. I mean, it's time to get that roster and renew it. Jaylen Brown is not worth what they're paying him. He's a good player, but he's not worth. He's the highest paid player in the NBA. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not worth that. He's not worth that. So if you can unload that guy, do it. And rebuild. I mean, look at Oklahoma City. I mean, they did it with the draft. That kid Holmgren, he's a big piece. And that was a draft pick. I mean, there's ways to do it. So I look to see the Celtics making some big changes, and I'm 100% okay with it. But I agree with you. They're nowhere near a championship anymore. I think the Patriots are the closest to what we have right now to get back to glory days. I do.
No, I agree with what you're saying. I think that I would trade Brown in a second for the flag kid.
Oh, there's no way they'd do that.
Huh?
I don't think they would do that.
Who?
I don't.
Dallas.
Why would Dallas not? They're close. They've got a pretty good club now, and then they're gonna be. You're sitting there. You got to bring him in. He's his former coach with the Celtics, loves him. You go in there and you get a proven. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen with Flag. A lot of guys can be a bust, but I would do that deal like that in a heartbeat. But I'll tell you one thing: I'm not trading Brown for a bag of balls. So I don't know what type of deal, and not a 10th round pick in the NBA draft. I mean, it's number 10 pick because that kid's a stiff.
Which is Houston, right? That would be the Houston.
Huh?
That would be the Houston deal.
Yeah.
Houston, yeah.
Yeah, that's Houston. I'm talking Dallas as the first pick.
Right. So, I mean, you trade him to Dallas. I mean, I don't know. You'd have to if I'm Dallas, I want Brown and something, like maybe Derek White.
That's fine.
No way.
Try and get a new franchise player. Tatum's going to be out a year. Let the kid play, mature a year.
Yeah.
Both Duke guys. Come on back 100%. You're right there with a few moves. You're ready to make a run in 2 years.
Yeah, I agree with it. I would love to do that. I don't think they'll do it, but I'd love to do that. I don't think Dallas would do it, although you never know because you put Brown on that team, they're instantly very
They
good.
need to be good quick after they made the trade with LA. You know what I mean? Because guys in that trade, Anthony Davis, etc., he fits in there.
Yeah, he does. I mean, they would be instantly very good. Dallas, they'd be instantly one of the contenders. So who knows?
I just think that the elephant in the room is Missoula has got to go. I mean, that was the worst coaching performance, one of the worst in the history of sports on all levels. And until they figure out what the hell they are identified besides just bombing threes, they don't listen to him. They get no discipline. He thinks they listen to him, but they don't. They don't. Carelessness, lack of overall intense effort on a consistent basis in a playoff game. That's all on the coach. He doesn't know when to call timeouts. He never has a design play after a timeout. I don't even know the last time he's called a timeout and then after they come up with an easy bucket. Almost half the terrible coach in the NBA can do that. He's got to go.
They don't have the balls.
Yeah,
They don't have the balls.
Because they just make excuses. Oh, your star player went down in the playoffs. We're not going to blame you for that.
The series was over when he went down. It was 3-1, and they were losing. They were definitely going to lose that game.
Yeah, they choked that game too. They're up like 15. I mean, it's just bad coaching, bad player personnel decisions. I mean, just consistent, basic, and boring. I mean, it's just we said it. Their only Achilles heel at the end of the day would be health. We talked about this months ago. It was all about health and about the coaching.
Yep.
And both things kicked them in the ass. And now we thought a powerhouse, maybe 2-3 repeat NBA championship team, probably going to get dismantled. And I agree with the coach about the money. Take the money back, see you later, regroup. At least they get rid of those contracts that will at least pay for most of the sale and then go from there.
There you go, Doug. We solved that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you trade Jaylen Brown, you're pretty much just chalking next year up to just whatever it ends up being. And I think you're going to put all your eggs into Jason Tatum's basket, which I don't really agree with.
Jason Tatum's what?
His basket that I don't agree with. Like he's going to be coming off of the Achilles injury.
His age, he'll be fine, especially this day and age.
Yeah, I said that. Plus, they're not going to get a bag of balls from Brown. I mean, they're going to get legit NBA players, and you got a guy like Pritchard who's going to have another year. You got a guy like Shireman who I think's got some talent. And they got, obviously, you dump that kind of salary, you can pick up some other guys. I mean, it would be that hard to get going again, I'm not worried about it. I even think they'd even be a little competitive next year.
They should have played those guys more in that series, Coach. They should have had Shyman out there. He had the right length, strength, hustle, energy. They needed against what the Knicks were bringing to the table. He didn't use him at all. At all. He never played Cater, who could have went in and banged with the big guy who can't shoot free throws for them and can't shoot. He didn't do any of it. He went with his binky. He binkied it up again. Binky.
38-year-old
a binky coach.
38-year-old Al Horford.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Figure it out.
100%.
Yeah, not good. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But, I mean, this is the stuff that I enjoy, though. It's fun. It's fun to watch. Like, I like to see Stevens rebuild the team. I think he's pretty good. I think he's a good GM. Probably the best GM in Boston. I like to see him rebuild the team, see how it goes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, Dougie.
All right.
You guys are more optimistic than I am.
Sports and entertainment now?
Patriots.
We do little pats.
My
OTAs.
favorite.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Rick. I love the culture. I love the fact that they looks like they got a plan. Looks like they know what they're doing. Obviously talent's to be determined, but it seems like everybody's engaged down there. I watched that new documentary. What's it called, Doug? It's like a behind the scenes on the Pats with the Pats.
I'm drawing a blank.
Just came out. I think it's on YouTube.
I gotta let Fitzgerald out.
Yeah. No, I like what the Pats are doing down there. I think Vrabel's definitely in charge. They showed behind the scenes of the draft.
Breaking down?
No, I don't think that's it. They got a new documentary out. But Vrabel was definitely in charge of that draft. He was in charge of the personnel. Elliot Wolf was basically a gopher. I mean, it's, he's running the show. It's Vrabel's show, which is good. I think they had a great draft.
The Forged in Foxborough?
Yeah, that was good. It was good. I liked it. I think they had a great off season. I love the holes they plugged. I don't know what's going on with Ramondre. They're saying that, like, I heard things like he might not even come back. Like, he might just.
He came back today.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Because I heard that somebody close in his life died or something, and he was
his father
contemplating retiring and stuff. And
yeah, his father, I think, died unexpectedly.
So I don't know, but I like the draft. I liked the free agents. I mean, it's going to be fun to see what they do. And as we talk about every year, the NFL sucks. And if you have good coaching, a semblance of talent, a decent quarterback, and some tools a little bit, you're going to be above 500, which gets you in the playoffs. And then who knows? So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to them this year. People that have been 4 wins, 5 wins, they're out of their mind. They're a way better team than they were last year. Just the offensive line alone, way better.
If there was any coaching alone last year, you would have had 6.
Yeah.
How bad they choked. Couple of those games. I mean, you're right. It's a bad product, but people love it. People love it. It's going to be. I'm with you. I mean, the whole difference of the team that makes you feel better is the coaching staff is a real coaching staff for the first time in about 4 years. We don't have Joe Judge and whatever dope running the offense that destroyed Mac Jones. We don't have, and what's his name, Patricia. Belichick, he's lost his mind, by the way. I mean, God bless him. Talk about a legacy destroyed. I mean, destroyed. I guarantee you North Carolina's going to stink. Then Zolak said, oh, he signed a couple guys out of the portal. I said, yeah, who are they, Zolak, you idiot?
Yeah.
Would they come out of freaking Colby College or, URI? No offense, coach.
Hey.
I'm like, come on, please. It's brutal how bad he set them up for failure. No, I feel good about what they're doing. There just seems to be control. It seems to be direction. They're way faster. The scheme they're going to run's way better. It's just going to be a matter of how some of these younger guys develop quickly.
I'm looking forward to the defense. The defense is going to be outrageous.
I'm with you, and I love some of the young. Like I said, some of the young draft picks. We'll see how they pan out. I also think I'm finally excited to see the last year's draft picks, actually what they do with some decent coaching. I mean, maybe they were all busts. I think the key to the whole thing, if Will Campbell is a serviceable tackle, that's huge.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely has a weird pear shape, but his lower half is big, and he's incredibly athletic.
He runs a sub-5.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. They were ripping him on talk radio. Someone said about the shoulders, the arm, and we were driving to the wake, and we were listening to talk radio. Lisa was out. So, what do you think? I said, well, I'll tell you, he's a big dude. He's 6'6", 3. He's bigger than Trent Williams. But he's got a different shape to him. But I said the key with that is his footwork, his agility is unbelievable. And the guys he's going to face are speed guys. And if he can get his footwork to move, he can account for maybe a little bit of the shorter arms and not as big upper half. Because you're facing speed guys,
Yeah.
And I don't know. I hope he does well. He seems like a good kid. Like this whole attitude so far. So that line could be dramatically better. Like the running back they picked up. Love the receiver. They got a couple still. The kid from LSU, the defensive end, is speed rusher on the outside, is a good player. They get some interesting guys. Never mind what they got in free agency.
My challenge to start that they got late rounds.
The what?
The safety that they picked. They said he's got a chance to start.
I like the kicker, and everybody's picking on getting the kicker. Kid's one of the best kickers in all college football history.
So in that show, Vrabel says when he picks him, he's like, hey, listen, we're in New England now, so you're not allowed to wear long sleeves. No matter how cold it is, you got to wear short sleeves. Kids said, I'll wear anything you want. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not, because that means the summer's over. But I'm looking forward to a nice, long, warm summer filled with golf and beach. So I'm looking forward to, Dougie. Not 48 degrees and 50-mile-an-hour winds on May 22nd. I'm not looking forward to that.
Sure.
Which is what we got today. Absolutely brutal.
It's a little spring nor'easter.
South Carolina, where I was 2 weeks ago, it's 85 and sunny today. I'm like, what am I doing?
Of course.
What am I doing in this godforsaken place? And I can work anywhere on the planet. And I'm in this godforsaken place right now. It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, Fitz is an absolute mess. He's been for 5 minutes.
Anyway.
My thoughts on Patriots, I don't think they have enough on the offensive side of the ball. I think they're just going to hope the defense just shuts down every team that they play, and hopefully your offense can put up, 17 or so points and just kind of go like that. I wanted more at the wide receiver position. I don't want a Stephon Diggs who's coming off a torn up knee. Both your tight ends are 100. I just wanted to see more at those positions. And every time you look at transactions, it's a defensive guy.
For me, the biggest question mark is Drake May. He's the biggest question mark in my mind.
Did you see OTAs? What was it yesterday? He threw 7 picks in fucking practice.
Really?
I heard It
Yeah.
was 4. There was 4, but
I think it was 7. Everybody's like, not trash and Drake May. They're like, damn, this defense is fucking awesome.
yeah, I don't know.
I
But
don't know. I think that he'll be able to craft stuff. It's like I said, I agree with you, Doug. I don't think they have. I think the receiver room right now has been the typical receiver room with the New England Patriots. It's a matter of what McDaniels can get out of them in that system more than what Van Pelt and these other morons got out of anybody and didn't develop. I think that the running back room is very good. Like I said, Will Campbell's going to be interesting. But I agree with Coach. I mean, I'm just concerned out of anything with the team. I think Drake May is so unbelievably overrated at this point in his career.
I agree.
That's a major concern. Is he going to be able to stay healthy and really take a true next step and not just be looking good because he's a pretty athletic kid, strong arm against on a shitty team when he could do certain things that made him look good, but terrible decision maker, careless with his body. And when he gets hurt, we've got major problems.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Begs the question again, like, why would you get rid of Joe Milton? Because Joe Milton, like I've said before, opens up your entire playbook and then some.
100%. 1,000%. It was a true security blanket. You run the exact same system with both of them. One of them's an absolute physical freak.
Yeah.
And, but you're afraid of the quarterback room. And that's been my only beef with the organization and the fraudulence of Vrabel, that he was worried about controversy in the quarterback room. Well,
or was it Vrabel or was it Kraft?
Well, then that's what I'm saying.
I don't think Kraft has any say in anything right now.
Well, then that's the other question. It's like, well, why would you think it's controversy? Like, if May doesn't go out there and perform, like, what is it? Is May that much of a mental midget that if Milton's breathing down his neck, then what are we talking about? What's the issue?
He's the number 1 pick, in the first round. It looks bad.
So how many number one busts have there been?
I know. I agree with you. I'm just saying that if you're the number 1 pick, if you're the 4th pick in the draft, you're the number 1 pick for a team, there's like it's like an added pressure to the team for you to be good. They don't want to be that team that had to bust. So I don't know.
I think that I agree with that to a extent, but I think that what they're saying is that Milton was in the room, and I'm the number 1.
Right.
Great. Then why play sports if you're not?
Exactly.
And they're worried about that? Please.
Yeah.
But Milton, he's going to be a good team player, working there as best as he can, because he's still young in his career. If he gets a reputation of being a bitch, that's going to kill him down the road. Vrabel could bury him throughout the NFL with that stuff. And the reality is, if I'm him, I want to stay in New England because probably a better chance of me starting with May, how he gets hurt all the time, than if I go with Prescott, though who knows there.
Oh, I think Dallas is a great landing spot for him. I think Miami would have been a great landing spot for him.
Yeah. The thing though was last year he was the 3rd string quarterback all year long, which he was absolutely getting screwed because he was way better than what's his name, Brissett. He never said a word. Now all of a sudden this year he's a problem.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Always.
It makes no sense.
No.
It makes no sense. I think it's bullshit.
But don't worry, Brock Purdy's getting paid $53 million a year.
I know. Well, how long ago was he drafted? Like 4 years ago?
More money, I'd say.
Yeah, because the Patriots drafted Mr. Irrelevant this year. So you say, oh, hey, we drafted you, Mr. Irrelevant. Who knows? 4 years from now, we could be paying you $53 million a year, just like Brock Purdy.
I would just say my whole thing is that whole deal with Brock Purdy.
The 22 draft.
So it was 3 years ago.
So he just came out of his rookie contract. Because I think they're 3 years, right?
Well, they're 5, but they have 2 option years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the worst signings in sports history.
And then they came out and said that he left money on the table. He left probably $3 or $4 million a year on the table.
You're not winning a Super Bowl. Brock Purdy is a quarterback. Mark my words, Doug.
No, and they're not getting better. I mean, they're losing pieces.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
like who do you have?
Right. I mean,
You have Christian McCaffrey, who I love, but like, and I think the only reason he gets hurt so much because he touches the ball fucking 35 times a fucking game.
2 years ago, they had him. They had peak Samuel, peak. Who's the other receiver they got? Ayuk. I mean,
you had a younger Kittle.
They had Raheem Mostert on that team.
Yeah, you got Juszczyk.
I mean, they had peak tools. They went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and I think that's it. I think that's the pinnacle for Brock Purdy.
Well, I guess the thing came out and said that they view him as a top 10 quarterback, so they're going to pay him as a top 10 quarterback.
Oh,
but they don't.
With that.
They don't have the tools they used to have. I mean, that team's getting old.
But I mean, if you're Brock Purdy, where do I sign?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Doug.
So whatever.
All right. Well, we'll see the Pats how things progress. What do we got? Anything all sports entertainment? Anything good, Doug?
Entertainment. Like I said, I played a golf tournament yesterday for the Massachusetts State Police D Troop, which was nice. I'm playing in what do they call it? Is it the Bayview Open? Is that what it is? With the Beach Club guys?
Yeah, the Bayview Open. Yeah, like a bunch of them live on Bayview Ave.
Yeah, that's Saturday at Southers. And then hopefully the weather turns around and we can enjoy it. I don't want to be wearing fucking. I don't want to be wearing a sweatshirt and sweatpants at fucking the ERBC opening night.
I think the weather's going to turn for next week. When are we going to have a Ricky debut down at the league?
Hopefully Tuesday. If the weather's
going to be 65.
Yeah,
65, 70.
Well, I told you I tore my other rotator.
It was officially torn?
Well, it's not torn, but it's a partial tear. So that one's worse than my left one now. But I'm just plowing through it, so I think I'm going to be fine.
So we got Jordy showing up every week. He's a staple now.
Yeah.
We got Dougie's future father-in-law, Dano, showing up every week. He's a staple. He loves it. I can tell he loves it.
We got a good crew down there.
With this guy, Shane, that these guys knew. He's the husband of one of the teachers that Patty works with. He shows up, and Dougie and Jordy know him, so it's like
Kid's a hell of a softball player. Ricky would fucking love him. Shortstop, he's a fucking dirt dog. Ricky would love him. lead off hitter, just fucking line drives right over second and short all day. Boom, boom, boom. He does it too. Like he'll do this shit. He'll fucking throw behind runners and shit. Oh, Ricky would love him on the diamond.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
So you got a big trip this weekend, Coach?
Going down to Long Island, spending the weekend with JT the Mutt, his family, his friends he grew up with. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We're taking the ferry tomorrow. I think, I don't know, probably like a 2:00 ferry. Tomorrow afternoon out of New Britain. Not New London, New Britain.
Oh, really? Connecticut?
London, What's that?
Connecticut?
Uh-oh.
I know you froze there for a little bit.
Why New Britain and not New London?
Because it comes in at Port Jeff, which is very close to where he lives. New London goes over to Orient Point, which is like an hour and a half from where he lives. So it's easier to drive down and get the shorter ferry.
Well, hopefully this storm passes, then it'll shut you down.
Actually, I looked at the weather. I'm playing golf on Saturday, too, with his father and
Coach is going to be out there in fucking 10-foot seas.
No. I think the weather's supposed to calm down tomorrow. Saturday, the weather there looks like high 60s, a little sunshine.
Okay.
Sunday looks nice. We're coming back late Sunday, so I'll be around all day Monday. Nice. My grass will be like 12 feet high by then, but as soon as the sun comes out. But yeah, I'm looking forward. It's going to be a good time. It'll be fun. They're good people, so it'll be a good time.
Make sure you get a nice robe.
A robe? A robe?
You don't have a robe? Don't you have to Patty said she's worried about it being in a robe, having to get out and have breakfast and stuff.
I don't wear robes.
You got it out of your boxes?
Yeah. Yeah. A t-shirt.
What do I get? Entertainment wise, well, first, like we talked about a little earlier, my condolences go out to the Moriarty family,
Yeah.
his sister and her husband and son, and that whole thing. A very difficult time in their lives. Wonderful, wonderful woman, and just my sincere condolences. But we're looking forward to shedding some passing on. With it. Meredith was quite upset. She became very close to her, and so the Traffic GM's actually playing Saturday night at the Sands. So Chris is going to play the drums and try and get some, good vibes going for him and the family. And so that'll be kind of my entertainment in general for the weekend. Besides, obviously, heading up to Endicott Saturday and watching them hopefully win that super regional. But yeah, not too much else going on for major entertainment for me.
One little tidbit of you guys will be getting the formal invitations, but Cole's second birthday is going to be June 14th, and you both are invited.
All right. Right. Love it. Love it.
The day after opening night, Rick.
Oh, is it? Yeah. The 13th opening night?
Yeah, 13th opening night.
Oh, the Arrow. You know why? Because it's funny. Because it was funny. Lisa and I were just talking about it last night because Plymouth Public Schools get out on the 13th.
You do?
But I have a closing the end of June, two closings the end of June, and the people involved that needed it to be after their kids they got out of school because they're educators, was the 20th. So I said, I think the Beach Club usually opens up that's the 20th. But I said, whatever, not to bore you, but was that the 13th Plymouth gets out, so they might be planning on opening that weekend because they'll have the rights of staff for the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So we have opening. So we have opening night Friday. We have Cole's party Saturday, and then it's Father's Day Sunday.
All right.
And then I'm pretty sure there's a golf major on that weekend too.
U.S. Open, baby.
That's the U.S. Open weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, did you win that pool, Dougie?
No, Wyndham Clark boned me.
You were up
Oh,
there?
because you were right there, I think.
I was in first place going into the weekend.
Yeah.
I had Scheffler, Wyndham Clark, and Siwoo Kim. And then Wyndham Clark just went everybody in the final round just threw up on themselves except Scheffler. Rahm was within a stroke, and then he went double bogey, and then DeChambeau went yeah, and then he went double, and then DeChambeau went double par, and then
DeChambeau
double thrown in there.
DeChambeau had the lead on Saturday. He shit the bed. Yeah,
So
it's interesting. But yeah, all right, good. I love it.
Florida's up 2-0, by the way.
Are they really?
good. I took the over.
Awesome. So,
All right, guys. Great job, Coach. Bring it home.
top three? No?
Oh, what do we got?
I was thinking top three all-time NFL coaches. What do you think?
No problem with that.
Yeah,
Dougie?
yeah. Let's do it.
Put on pause for a sec, Doug. I just got to take a leak.
Yeah, go ahead. Me and Coach should just have a little small talk.
Yeah.
Trying to think who. As Ricky says it, Kachuk scored a goal. Yeah. Kachuk and Gustav.
I'm surprised. Florida came out, they beat them game 1 on the road, after their game 7.
Handedly.
Yeah. And then they're obviously on the road again tonight.
You know who has an awesome fucking podcast, and it's funny because I'm not a hockey guy, but the Spit and Chicklets podcast is gold.
You know what I'm amazed about there is they stick to the subject so much. and I'm surprised that they get the following that they do. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's their personalities too. Like Biz is a riot.
Oh, I know it's definitely their personality, but it's amazing that they were able to do it with hockey as the main subject. You know what I mean? Like they go deep into details on these teams and stuff, and people love it.
Yeah, and it's
Whatever happened to RA?
I don't know.
With what?
Rear Admiral from Spittin' Chicklets. That guy's been MIA for like a year.
Oh, was he let go?
I don't know. He's been. They brought in what's his name, Yandel.
I love Yandel.
Yeah, he's great. But their golf stuff's good too. It's really good.
Yeah, like one of the best ones I watched was Spittin' Chicklets versus Bob the Sports.
Yeah, that was good. But they had Razor, Raycroft, and Tuukka Rask on there. I mean, that was good stuff. That was good. Anyway, so NFL top 3 coaches of all time. My number one.
According to Reddit, he is taking a well-deserved and needed break.
I think he's had a small drug problem. That's my thought.
Interesting.
Who?
That guy, Rear Admiral from Spittin' Chicklets.
No, I don't watch it.
Do you watch any like the podcasts or anything like that, Rick? No.
It's good
Only
stuff.
only big and small. It's the only
That's it.
worthwhile podcast to watch that.
Hey, speaking of that, how's that podcast going with what's his name? Your buddy, the guys down in Florida.
I don't think they're doing it now. They only do it during football season.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's strictly football. Yeah.
Interesting. So anyway,
What the other thing I want to add, just for people out there, my showcase, that was why I couldn't come on until 7:30. So the New England Elite 100 baseball showcase at Boston College is going to be coming up June.
Is it that same weekend?
No, it's during the week, Dougie. So it's June 4th and 5th.
Okay.
And we're looking forward to that. We just had a coaches meeting here. We're getting up to
You're about 2 weeks away.
70 guys attending. We got 30 college guys, and it was good to catch up with some of the prep school guys who were on it, and public school guys who were on the meeting with us. Missed coaching against a lot of those guys, but looking forward to doing that coming up. So it's the best showcase in New England. So I'm having up for debate. It's Danny Donato and I run it with the help of other coaches, and like I said, Boston College, New England Elite 100 showcase. Don't miss it. We're selling out.
all right.
Love it. I hope the weather turns for you.
Yeah, no shit.
Seriously.
All right, my all-time favorite head coach in the NFL was Bill Parcells.
All right.
He was he told it like it is. He was the first guy that told it like it is, and in my opinion, I think he became kind of a bigger star, or he became a character. You know, he was must see. Bill Parcells was must see.
The tuna.
The tuna.
Well, yeah, he's going in the Hall of Fame, right? With the Patriots?
Is he?
Yeah, I thought he's going in, right, Doug?
I didn't know that.
I know Edelman got in.
I think Tuna's going in. I thought he was going in. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just discussion about it. But I'll tell you one thing. Instrumental in the original beginning of the Patriot dynasty.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, you know, and that to me, I mean, obviously we do with the Giants, you do with the Giants. But what impressed me
Yeah,
is
he's in. He's getting in this year.
yeah. So basically, which is great. You know, basically what impressed me the most is then he went to the Patriots, who were, you know, an okay franchise. Nothing, you know, right on the, what was it, Pete Carroll before him, right? No. Was it Carroll?
No,
No.
it was McPherson.
McPherson. They had not much going on. He did a great job in the draft. He left. Are you sure? I think it was Carroll.
Was it Carroll? No, Carroll was
No.
after.
Carroll went
No,
after him,
no,
and
no,
then it
no,
was
no, no,
Belichick.
no. Belichick was after him. You're right. It was Carroll.
Yeah, because
I can't
90% of those guys that he inherited, that Belichick inherited, were studs that were already there through Parcells drafts.
So Carroll has been around forever. I mean, you're talking
Forever.
late 80s.
Yeah, and those teams he had in New England were like pretty good. They're like 500.
He's like the
Yeah.
same age as Belichick. He's like in his 70s, right?
Oh yeah,
Early 70s.
yeah,
He's,
absolutely. Better shape, but he's in that age. But he ended up. But anyway, the point is, Bill came in, took that over, brought a lot of stature to the organization. They got Bledsoe, and they made it to a Super Bowl with that last year, which is kind of tragic how that collapse happened. Which as far as him and Kraft no longer getting along, but he brought a lot of credibility to the program. And then when Belichick took over, the cupboard was not bare. There was a ton of talent there, and I give him that. And then even when he went to the Jets, they were very competitive.
yeah,
And they were, I think after that, though after the Patriots, he basically his career went completely south.
yeah.
3-0 Florida, by the way.
Wow.
They're a machine.
All right. So who's next?
I'm next, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say Belichick just because I'm disgusted with him. If
Still a great coach.
Jimmy Johnson
Love it. Love Jimmy Johnson.
on all levels,
He's one of the guys.
greatest to do it in both.
Probably, yeah. I mean, no one else did.
Nope,
Nick Saban couldn't do it.
nope, nobody's done it.
No,
He's it.
you're right.
Lunatic.
Barry Switzer, you can say him.
Oh, please.
I'm gonna go with a guy who I think gets overlooked, but when you look at his stats, he's done a lot. Mike Tomlin.
Yeah. No, I think he's one of the best all time.
Has he ever won a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
How
yeah,
many?
Roethlisberger, right? I think he's got one.
One. But he's got it. And he's never been under 500.
No, he's been consistently mediocre success. Yep.
Two Super Bowl appearances, winning one in '09.
He's
But-
an owner's dream. He hasn't
Yeah.
won a Super Bowl since 2009.
Yeah, but you look at him and, the success he's had with the Super Bowl, he's an automatic Hall of Fame guy. Automatic. I think.
I agree, but I think he's another wealth of mediocrity coach. I mean, you haven't won a Super Bowl since 2009. You're still coaching? Why are you playing then? Why do you play the game to go 500? It's like I wish that was my career in coaching. Just be 500. You can coach forever.
Still think he's a great coach.
I think
he
he's an
maximized
okay
it.
coach. I think he's a good, consistent, mediocre football coach. Gets to the playoffs, usually bows out, doesn't win Super Bowls, and pretty much hovers around 10 wins a year.
All right.
But
My next guy.
compared to most guys, Doug, we'd probably take.
Exactly. My next guy is old school, but classic, one of the best ever. John Madden.
Mm.
Best. He was also must see.
Better broadcaster.
I think yeah. But he was a good coach.
One of the great. No, he was good. He was a great coach, motivator. Won the Super Bowl. What did he win? One or two?
I think he won one with Plunkett, right?
But unbelievable broadcaster.
Oh no, that was Flores. Flores won that. But yeah.
Never has there been a better entertaining broadcaster than him. Nothing like
John Madden won one Super Bowl as a coach
Yeah, that's what I thought.
when he led the Raiders to a victory over who?
I'm gonna say San Francisco.
Minnesota.
Oh.
1977.
Wow. Let's see. For me, it would probably have to be. Who's a real? I mean, there's so many legendary guys that we get out of the list. That I'm not going to get into, like Schuler and all that crew, but Lombardi. But if we're more of a difficult, challenging, I'm going to go with Mike Vrabel.
You like Mike Vrabel?
I'm kidding. I was kind of kidding around. I would say the guy was a great coach was Shanahan.
Yeah.
He was always a winner.
With
I
the
mean, he did it
Broncos.
right.
The
Classy
father?
guy, in my opinion, and consistently won. He probably won what, two Super Bowls anyway. That's who I'd probably go with, Mike Shanahan.
I'm gonna go Andy Reid.
Good.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah. Did he win a Super Bowl in Philly? I don't think he did.
Wasn't he the coach when they beat the Patriots?
He has 3 Super Bowl wins.
Okay.
So no.
Who was the coach when they beat the Patriots?
I think it was who's Callahan, but not Callahan. He's coaching someone now too. He wears the visor.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He was with Jacksonville, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah. Peterson.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Andy Reid's a good call, Dougie. Very good call. All right, so my last guy is my all-time favorite. Changed the game in a lot of ways. Classy as hell. Bill Walsh.
Oh yeah, good, great. Why not? No
Yeah,
brainer.
Bill.
And he's a guy at both levels.
Yeah.
Oh, innovator, total innovator of the sport.
Yep. He was. You knew you were in trouble when you were playing a Bill Walsh team.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Pete Carroll, who we talked about earlier. Talk about both levels.
Exactly. No, you know
Came
what?
to the NFL, was a great DC, didn't have a great start to his head coaching career. Then went to USC, built an absolute complete dynasty, and then went to Seattle, and basically they were in it every year. No Super Bowls, right? No, he should have. No, he would have had 2, right?
Did they win a Super Bowl, Dougie? I think they did.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
did.
Russell Wilson. Oh wait, no, the
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, it was
He-
Russell
he-
Wilson. I mean,
Yeah, he
it's
won
the
it in
most.
Seattle. Yeah.
I shouldn't say it, period, because it's the worst coaching decision in
Oh, yeah.
Super Bowl history. What he did against the Patriots, not giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, he has 1.
But that would have been 2 Super Bowls if he just. I don't know what he did. But he's had a pretty incredible career, and he's still doing it. It's going to be interesting, him down in LA this year, which Brady butchered it because Sanders should be the quarterback down there right now.
You love you some Sanders.
How dysfunctional is the Cleveland Browns? I mean, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. You have to be like you have kindergarten kids would make that decision.
I mean, I'm hearing reports about like everything. Like Travis Hunter's like his routes are good, but he like the ball's like hitting him in the hands and he's fucking dropping it. Like doing a bunch.
You can always play safe defense.
To close it out. Ditka.
There you go. It's a great pick.
Interesting pick.
Great pick. Love that.
Little 85 Bears action.
He was good. He was a good coach.
He was
basically a 4-year wonder.
What was he? Was he a tight end?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was a tight end. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, episode 86 in the books. Like to see it posted maybe Saturday morning, Dougie?
Yeah, we'll get it out there.
All right. All right, guys. All right, we'll get them up. I got nothing.
Yeah. All right, enjoy the hockey tonight, baby. 3-0.
All right, we'll talk soon,
3-0.
guys. Talk soon. Maybe I'll do a reel from Long Island with JT the Mutt.
Hopefully it's not
Do
under
it.
fucking
When
water.
are you back, Coach?
Huh?
Late Sunday.
Late Sunday, yeah.
Late Sunday?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see you Monday. Maybe bang out
All right.
a reel Monday. Or
All right.
something.
I think
If
the
Tiny
weather's
can
going to be
sneak
decent.
out.
All right, we'll see you.
Right.
All right, adios.